Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to King's Quest 3 to Heir Is Human. The last episode was, it was something, wasn't it? I got humbled big time, and all of the luck which I seem to have in the first two King's Quest games, and even the first few episodes of this series for King's Quest 3, completely ran out. We had an insane amount of deaths. I don't actually know where that ranks in terms of the most amount of deaths in any of my Sierra Adventure game Let's Plays. It's got to be up there. I mean, no one will know that off the top of their head. There were a couple of expensive episodes in Police Quest and Space Quest, but I mean, that's got to be pretty close. I think there were 11 altogether, you guys were saying in the comments. And some people also mentioned that we were close to something. Didn't specify what. I'm assuming that's probably something to do with Medusa. So I've been really racking my brains between episodes to try and figure out what we can do if we were close to finding out how to get rid of Medusa. And we were trying to use the mirror. Basically, if she sees us, we turn to stone. Well, if she looks at us, we turn to stone. If she catches us, we turn to stone. But I did figure out that we can basically face the other way, and she won't be able to turn us to stone by looking at us from behind. So I'm wondering if we can maybe use the mirror to look at her in the mirror without directly looking at her. So use mirror. You are too far away for her to see it. Aha. So it is that, potentially. So maybe we've just got to wait for her to get nearby. And then people saying use F3, utilize F3. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, no way! Yes! Alright, so we were close. We were close. I've been thinking about that non-stop since that last episode went live, by the way. As soon as I saw people saying you were quite close to something, I was like, right, how are we going to put this all together? And it just sort of clicked that the facing the other way must have been important. Averting your eyes, you aim the wizard's hand mirror at Medusa's face. A scream pierces the air as she beholds her own hideous reflection. Then, nothing. You dare to look, Medusa has turned herself to stone. Fantastic. We did it. Alright, let's look at Medusa. Even as a statue, Medusa is indescribably ugly. Can we, get anything from her? Statue is much too heavy to carry. Search the statue. Break the statue. How can you do that? By smashing it? I don't even know. I mean, maybe the whole deal with Medusa is that you just got to be able to get past her. I don't know. But that is fantastic. So I'm hoping that's not like a temporary situation. Defeated Medusa, question mark? Because we don't know that she is gone for good. Actually, do we have anything we can use? Bowl, mirror? No, I wondered if we had something we could use to like a hammer or something. Can we do anything with these bones? You notice an unusual little cactus beside that large rock. Oh, okay. Well, let's head that way. Alright, well, we know one thing to do. We're still waiting for Mananan to come back, who has been gone for bloody ages. And I'm hoping he's going to come back at some point soon, because I would like to know what the hell happens there. Look, cactus. You know, it's an unusual little cactus beside that large rock. This one? Look, little cactus. Get cactus. Okay. Okay, so we got a cactus. The greenish-grey cactus is small, plump, and fleshy. Okay, maybe that's like a spell ingredient or something. Can we go further to the left? Let's just save. Got cactus. I honestly thought the bones there might have been a thing. Uh-oh, this looks like potentially either an ambush or a situation like the ocean in the second game, where if we're out here too long, we'll just dehydrate and die or something. Or get lost, I don't know. Actually, let's look around on this screen. You've entered a great desert. Okay. How far does the desert go for? You look around and see no familiar landmarks. A tight knot of fear begins to form in your stomach as you realise you don't know how to get out of this desert. Oh, no. Okay, so potentially just walking back the way we came from isn't going to work, I suppose? Is that what it's suggesting? That we're now lost in the desert? Uh-oh. Alright. I mean, for science, let's just keep going and see what happens. I would very much assume dehydration is going to be a thing. But let's see. I mean, someone said, like, how do you know Mananan isn't back if you haven't gone back to the house? And that is a fair point, actually. Maybe he has come back. I just assumed that there'd be, like, some sort of little cutscene or something that if he comes back and finds we're not in the house, then it will cut to him and, you know, something will happen. But maybe not. Maybe he is back and we just don't know he's back until we head back and he's waiting there like, where the hell have you been? I'm going to zap you and punish you like he did before or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I don't know. It just seems like he's just... Oh no, there's a snake there. We are like right out in the middle of the desert, but we don't seem to be dying. So we will just keep going. I really thought it would have come up with a message by now to say that we've drowned. Oh, drowned. That we've, you know, dehydrated and we're dead. I mean, there's lots of skeletons and things. We could head back. I mean, surely this doesn't go on forever. I wouldn't have thought a game like this at the time would have had even the capability of it to go on forever. Look at that. It's like a vulture or something flying around there. Uh-oh. You're getting very hot and tired. You better find your way out of this desert soon. Okay, so it does seem like it goes on for a very long way. Maybe even too many screens that it times itself out and you just die. It could be something like, I don't know how many screens you get before you get dehydrated, but maybe something like there's, you know, 10 extra screens it will go to, or 5 extra screens and you're capable of reaching, or something like that. I don't know. Let's head back this way. I mean, we're approaching the half an hour mark, which will be at 39:40. 34:40 wasn't the solution for Mananan coming back, the amount of time, so it's not that. Could be that he's gone for half an hour. That would seem like a sort of sensible amount of time, or like a nice round number. And that, if that is the case, that gives us potentially like, well, it gives us at least 25 minutes. Probably longer. Oh god, we haven't seen this screen before, have we? He's back. You'll create no magic around me, Gwydion, the hateful wizard growls as he takes the offending ingredients from you. Zap! Wow, I mean... So he came back at about 36 minutes. Wizard returns. So, I mean, that gives us quite a long amount of time. It's actually a very random amount of time, which I'm surprised by. I would have thought it'd be like at an exact amount of time. Like an exact 5-minute interval or something, but no. So he basically just killed us, by the way. So it seems as though... So he said about not doing magic. So what have we got magic-wise here? Oh, we've got the rose essence and the fly wings, possibly the acorns. Right, so potentially... Oh, the cactus as well. So potentially the items with stars on means that we shouldn't have those, which I think I theorized before, but I guess that really is, I guess, the case. That if he catches us with those, we're screwed, and he'll just zap us into like a pile of dust, into like nothing, powder on the floor, which is not good. So yeah, I tell you what, let's head back towards the town, which I think is over to the right, isn't it? We'll see if he comes back at the same point, which was roughly 36 minutes. But at least we know now that he isn't back at the house waiting for us. He would have gone back to the house, seen we're not there, and just instantly teleported to us, which is a bit annoying because it means he can just find us whenever he wants to. We can reload. I don't know if we can like put the ingredients back and then only get them when we need them. You've entered a quaint seaside town. Near the pier, you notice a store and a tavern. So we went into the store and the tavern before, and there wasn't anything we could do there because we don't have any money. I don't know if there's more to this town. We can try heading up from here, I suppose. There are houses up there. Oh no. Okay, so what is that big black thing in the middle of the screen there? Oh, the eagle! Okay, so apparently the eagle is like an RNG thing, and it will come back if you miss it. But it drops. We saw it drop the feather. Oh, did it not do it this time? Huh. This time was 34.40, which is not the same, but it does make more sense, honestly. Fine. So I'm actually going to change that. So that gives us 25 minutes. So that gives us exactly 25 minutes, which I think would be more likely to be the case. I don't know if maybe because we were out in the desert he couldn't find us or something, which might be worth bearing in mind. Maybe if we're out in the desert he can't track us. Maybe he can only track us in the vicinity of the town and everything. And we got enough screens back in towards the town that he then tracked us down once we hit the 36 minutes. I think then probably we're ready to reload and do a bit of snooping around the house, have a look around. Do we have any of the star items at this point? We don't. Okay, so the question now is going to be, what do we do? I think we're probably going to have to turn our attention to finding a way of, I don't know, dealing with the problem of Mananan finding us if we venture out. We've got half an hour, or well, we've got 25 minutes, it seems. So that's a long time that we can, be looking around the house, gathering items for spells, things like that. What we're going to need to do, I suppose, is figure out what spell we might want to create, because I originally theorized I wanted to be a fly or an eagle so that I could fly away from this place, but we don't need that. So we've got a whole bunch of options. There's obviously understanding the language of creatures, flying like an eagle or fly, teleportation at random, causing a deep sleep, transforming another into a cat, brewing a storm, becoming invisible. I mean, out of those, the things that I can think of that might be useful, causing a deep sleep, so we might want to put Mananan to sleep. Maybe he'll go to sleep for longer than 25 minutes, so we can do some things. Transforming another into a cat. I mean, it could be that we turn him into a cat, so he can't really do anything. I don't know if he'd be able to do magic as a cat. Maybe becoming invisible would be quite useful, but I don't know if he has a way of tracking us. So we'll have to potentially think about that a little bit. What I'm going to do then, seeing as this is the situation, is I'm going to end this episode a couple of minutes early. And when we come back next time, it'll be almost like a fresh start from this point. We'll do a proper sweep of the house, knowing we've got 25 minutes to look around and see what we can find ingredients-wise. We also need to find a wand, which I haven't encountered a wand anywhere. I would assume it's probably somewhere here, because Mananan would have a wand, right? It doesn't seem like it'd be something in town unless it's in the store, but we don't have any money. So we're probably going to have to look for a wand or money so we can potentially buy a wand, and then we can go from there, I guess. So there's going to be a lot of snooping around in the next episode, but I've got a feel of like how big the world is outside of this place. I've got an idea of how we now deal with Medusa and some things that we can find out and about in the surrounding areas, which is good. I know where the eagle is. I know where various ingredients and things are. So I think by going out and exploring, we've probably done the right thing, even though it's delayed, progressing in the game properly, I suppose. But I think it's worth it. So we will carry on in the next one. We'll have a look around the house, try and find this wand or some money, and we'll go from there. I love how sort of difficult this game is in terms of the hand-holding. There is nothing to tell you what your quest is like there was in the first two games. It is literally up to you to figure it all out by yourself, and I'm enjoying the challenge. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons: Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paul Leone, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy, Paul James, Adventure Game Geek, and Megan, and I'll see you next time.